Welcome back, Cancer, to your chakra reading for June. For those of you who are new, if you like this, please like and subscribe. Let's get in here, guys. Okay, guys, let's see what is going on with you, with your chakras this month. Best card coming out for you is throat chakra. Really talking about talking. Really talking about talking and listening. Using that creativity with the throat chakra located in the throat itself. Right, that's just going to be just above the heart chakra, in between the heart chakra and the third eye is your throat chakra, right? Very good for communication, need those listening, what needs to be said, things of this nature. So let's see what's going on. Next, we have the beautiful sacral chakra coming out. It's talking about those relationships. So something needs to be communicated or listened to when it's coming to relationships, and maybe something creative needs to come out of that as well. It could be using your creativity of the way something needs to be explained, right? And so really talking about those relationships, it does not have to be a love relationship. Relationships work in all kinds of ways, whether it's platonic or the loved one, loved ones like family, or your lover, right? So talking about that truth, talking about that throat chakra again. So definitely having a lot to do with some kind of truth coming out through this communication. So it sounds like, really Spirit is saying through this relationship needs some truth. The truth needs to be spoken, or the truth needs to be listened to, something of this nature. Because there is something very discontent going on over here within this relationship. There's a little boredom, a little discontent. Maybe you want to get creative and spark up the relationship. If it's in a love relationship, maybe it's, maybe you and your kids are bored, and the truth is we need to figure out something that we need to do at this time, and really maybe express some truth about how we're going to get balanced and get this going to a happier medium, or not so boring. Take it how it resonates. Something is definitely going on here, but somebody needs to speak up, about the situation. And it's really either you really listening to how bored they are, or something going on, or you speaking your own truth, right? Or maybe you both need to speak the truth. You're both withholding. But there is a lot of patience that needs to go on. And this is the patience and the understanding about the situation, that way things don't get heated. There has to be a good balance within the situation, right, before this truth can be spoken. In the near future. So Spirit says all of this will come in at the near future. It feels like to me, friends, like it's, when we're talking about chakras, it's more on you. Right? It's more on, it is, because this is about you. So something needs to be, the truth needs to be told from your side, right? That's why these readings are a little harder on cross watchers, because you can't, when you're talking about these pieces here, it's, it's definitely, what you're doing, right? So if cross watchers, if you're watching, it's definitely who you're watching, right? Because this is where they need to be. This is what they need to do. So you could only say, well, then they need to speak their truth. I'm waiting, right? Or they're waiting for you to speak their truth, and they're waiting to listen, right? So taking it on that side. Okay, so let's get some the beautiful golden deck over here out. I don't use it very often because it has a weird shine on camera. Kind of afraid that would happen, but it's all good. I do love them. Just have to show them a little bit different. Otherwise, they're kind of hard to see and a little, could be glary if done wrong. Let's do this, my friends. Okay, yeah, because this is going to actually cause closure, right? this is going to have a closure so that you can move on. So whatever needs to be heard, whatever needs to be spoken, I still go in with what needs to be spoken. You need to say something so that there is some closure, so that you can get back to, life in general, whatever your story is. Everybody's story is a little bit different to why it needs to be, because it's saying, yes, look, not paying much attention, or I'm just not saying anything right now. I'm kind of holding it inside. And like what I said, maybe you haven't come up with a creative plan, or maybe you haven't thought of how to say it yet. Maybe for some of you, you're like, I don't really want to say it because I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. I love them. They're my relationship. But you know that maybe this needs to be spoken. Or maybe someone is trying to, you want them to speak the truth, and you're saying, I'm waiting, I'm listening. I'm trying to listen. But, if it's come to the point where they have to speak their truth now, maybe that you've been waiting for it for so long that you've just shut down, and now Spirit's like, well, you need to open back up again to listen to what they're trying to say, right? Before they close down forever. It could be so many different scenarios over here, but we are grabbing the one that sounds, that is just powerfully coming through, is like, speak your truth. Do not be in discontent within a situation. Use that chariot to go forward and find and drive for the new beginning. Drive for what needs to be said, what needs to be done. Really opening up your intuition. And it seems like there's a secret within yourself that you're trying to get through. And the more you use your intuition with your third eye, the more you're going to have. It's definitely going to go from the third eye straight to the crown chakra, because as you see it clearly of how it's all going to go down, how you maybe get the confidence or the patience to, actually get ready to do so. Maybe there's a little anger. Maybe that's why the patience is there. Maybe I don't want to do it out of anger or too much sadness, or, just over emotional. So maybe that's another reason for some of you. I feel like maybe you're gathering emotions for the patience so it doesn't come out the wrong way. Right? You don't want to make something worse or start something that's not there into something that you don't want. Right? With the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like somebody might be lazy. I don't know where I'm getting this, but I just felt it. Especially when I said patience and emotions, I felt like you might be discontent because maybe they are boring. Maybe they don't want to go out and do anything, and you're kind of losing patience with the situation. So you might feel like they're lazy with the Page of Swords upside down. You're just being lazy. You don't want to do anything. I'm bored. And then it kind of weighs on those emotions. So it does feel like whoever that is for, if it's not your story, throw it away. But it does feel like it kind of works on agitation, right? To the point where it's like, then I'm going to get agitated because I'm going to be like, I want to go to the movies and watch this movie. If you don't want to go, you know what I mean? But it's almost like you have to have the patience of like, hey, listen to my truth. I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over again, right? I need some fun. I need to do something. Gathering strength. So for the Ace of Pentacles to actually have this offering, to actually offer them to go do something and offer your truth about the situation, you're like gathering strength to do so patiently. And I really do feel it's because somebody really just does not want to hurt another person's feelings. I just don't want to tell you how damn boring you are or how bored we are. And I'm just, or however, or just discontent I am within this relationship and the way that things are going. And that's, really what's going on over here. It could even be discontent of the idea of, I just don't like the way you treat me. I don't like the way you speak to me. Maybe that's where the listening skills go down, right? But it's going to be moderation. There's that patience sign again, same card coming out, the Temperance. And it's going to be almost like testing waters, right? Because right now it feels like everything might be lukewarm. Maybe everything's getting real cold. Maybe the water's already cold. But however it is, it's like testing the waters over here as you're gaining strength to kind of maybe ask, little things and speak your truth little by little by little. Because it's showing a moderation, right? So I don't feel like it's something, Spirit's not like just bluntly get out there and just, because I don't think that this person could bluntly handle to hear that without maybe some kind of conflict, confrontation, hurt feelings. Something emotional. So yes, it is definitely, yeah. See, because if you do it too fast, you're going to push them out in the cold. And it feels like for some of you, maybe they've already pushed you out in the cold, and that's why you're trying to come back, to let them understand how it's making you feel, and really balancing out the situation through the conversation, through your own truth, something you've been holding back on maybe for a while, and then it will have this realization and this growth within the situation. No matter how the situation is going to go, it's going to be different for everybody. They may get upset and not want to have anything to do with it, but at least you got to speak your truth. At least you get to do what you're going to do. It's not saying it's going to have a wonderful outcome, and it's not saying it's going to have a bad outcome. What it's saying is this is what you need to do to keep yourself balanced and to keep yourself in your own truth for your own right. Right? That's what it's saying. Because this is where the health comes through. It will actually, for a lot of you, it will make a healthier connection between the two of you. But if anything, it's healthier for you. We're in chakras. We're talking about balancing yourself for relationship reasons. No matter the outcome, it's healthy for you to not have to hold on to the weight, right, of a certain situation. Yeah, it just feels like a lot of them steal your power. It feels like a kind of a power thing. The only reason it could be also stealing your power is because if it is such a close, it's got to be a close relationship, my friends, right, for you to hold back for so long. We only do that with our loved ones. We only do those with people who actually really care. Because most signs, it doesn't matter who you are, most signs, they either don't get involved and they ignore you or ghost you, and they just don't care, or they bluntly have already destroyed that and burned ships, you know what I mean? Because I don't care. So this is definitely somebody that you actually really do care about. Somebody you do want to have great relations with. Someone you do want to climb the ladder with. So fixing it, right? I truly want to fix this. This isn't something I just want to throw away. Absolutely don't want to throw this away. So make sure that you are using your intuition and, really diving deep within this situation to really speak your truth. But your truth has to be heard. Otherwise, we're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. And, it doesn't mean that you haven't said little things here and there. That's not what it says. What it says is you haven't gotten big and strong, really to lay it out, really lay it on the line. There you go. Great song. Lay it on the line. That's what you need to do. And that will kind of change the whole situation. I really don't see it really going bad for the majority of you. I do feel like they are going to feel like they do have a little bit of hurt feelings. Like, how could you say that? But I do feel like with the Two of Cups, they'll get over it because the relationship is too strong. Okay, so, okay. And that's really where it's going, and being in this Saturn retrograde is going to be a great thing because, Saturn is hitting home, it's hitting our loved ones, and it would be a great thing for, kind of getting rid of karmic ties in its own way, or anything that just feels like it just doesn't want to budge. And now you're going to take it to the next level to conclude it so that you can have, better relations, not only with other people, but within yourself as well. So it's definitely with the Ace of Swords, it's literally growing, right? It's a growth period. Okay? And until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye. Thank you.